I know my life seems all glamorous and beautiful and people aspire to attain that level of living, but there was a time where I was this close to quitting trading, period. And a lot of people are struggling with those same things. So I want to take you guys through a story on how I almost quit and how my life was overall saved and how I got to where I am now. And I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of parts in the story that you guys do not know. So please watch this entire video. So you guys know, before I got on TV, I was trading for 3 years, right? When I was on TV, it said Swaggy C, under it said day trader, right? And you guys know how before I got on TV, I was at a point to where I was babysitting and I was making $4,000 or $5,000 a month, but trading, I was also making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. And I felt like I was finally grasping it to where I wasn't just losing money all the time. I was actually like discovering my aha moment. And then you guys know the story of, me getting on TV and coming off of TV, right? What a lot of people don't know and don't know the intricate details is the whole point of getting on TV was to make a good amount of money and then put that into a day trading account. I didn't really make that much money on Big Brother. I made $3,000, right? Getting off the show, I was so in love with the fans and the autographs and being stopped everywhere for pictures that I kind of paused trading, right? And you guys know that part. What you guys don't know is there was a point in time, maybe 3 or 4 months in, and this is where, like I said, I was, really, really close to overall quitting trading because I wanted to dive into this, fame life. There was a point in time to where one of Bailey's friends had told Bailey that they were making, $200K a month, just off of trading, equities, right? Just trading stocks. And Bailey told me that, and she knows that I've been up and down with trading and this Forex space. And, like before she met me, I was doing pretty well. But after she met me, we kind of focused on TV and doing all these, meet and greets and stuff, red carpet events that I wasn't really trading as much. And she told me, like, this is a beautiful opportunity to learn, a different market and be mentored by this person because you can make a whole bunch of money. I'm just like, yo, $200K a month, just let me make $200K a year and I'm happy, right? So I'm all in. The issue was that person was charging, I think, $8K for the course and I didn't have that much money. What you guys don't know is Bailey, and this is why it helps to find, a good partner in this world, because a lot of people wouldn't do this. Bailey put up 98% of that money, right? So if it was 8K, Bailey put up like 7.5K and I put up 500, right? Bailey funded that trip. Granted, it was her idea, but she funded it. Like, it was basically my dream in terms of being a trader and a successful trader. And this is why it helps to have a good partner to push you towards your dreams. So I went out there, it was like an in-person course, and I went all the way to Florida. And it's very, very tricky because when you guys are learning from somebody, right, like an experienced mentor or a trader, there has to be something that makes you feel like they live the life they say they're living, right? Just something. And not everybody wants the same thing, right? Like everybody doesn't want a supercar. I don't have a supercar, right? But there's something there that this person is for real. There's a verified track record. They live in a big house and they got, employees and chefs everywhere to make sure like this person is always okay. Or they got the cars, or they go on luxurious vacations, or even their P&L says just something, right? You got to kind of look the part a little bit, right? And by learning from this person, like I said, it felt very, very weird because it was like, a small 1-bedroom house. And, when we were studying on the stock account, it like, I don't know what it says on TD Ameritrade. Like, it either said paper account or something along those lines. They didn't say real account, right? And the person was talking about how much money they made that morning and they were showing us, but I think that everybody in that room, it was like 5 people, was all beginners. They didn't know nothing, but I came from a world of trading for 3-4 years that I knew what a lot of the technical jargon was, so I could identify if something was a demo account or a real account, right? I saw it was a paper demo account. Maybe they could have been showing us that just for the sake of purposes, but I didn't like I did this right here, boom, boom, boom. And it wasn't on the real account, right? And I saw that, and by day 3, I was already mentally checked out. Like, I feel like Bailey just wasted her money and I'm not even interested, right? All the jargons they were saying, and you can't short sell unless you do this and X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of different things, and like the technical words for stocks and Forex are like more or less the same, but certain things are different. I'm just like, by day 3 and 3.5, I'm just like, what did I get myself into, right? I don't feel like this person is as real as they say they are, and I may have just wasted Bailey's, savings, her entire savings of 7.5K or whatever, 7.8K to just come here. And I got to my room feeling real defeated, like I'm just gonna give up trading as a whole. I really felt like I was like, I'm just done. I'm just gonna figure something out. I'm either go back to babysitting or dive fully into this reality fame life, but I gotta figure something out because trading is not it. When I got back to my hotel room by myself, I went on Instagram, and I don't even think he even knows this, but I got on Instagram and I saw 2 people. I saw Q Banks and I saw Sean Lee. And both of them on separate different posts. I think Sean posted that he was up $128,000, and then Q posted that he got a new car, or that, because this was the time where Q was doing his 5-day in-person course, and and he was showing like the success of his students from his 5-day course. And I felt like an idiot in that hotel room, 'cause I'm just like, first of all, Sean is over here making this much money. Q is over here doing the same, but Q has an in-person course. And it's in Florida. Why did I not just tell Bailey to go into, like, send me to here, and I could have learned here for probably half the price? And I remember that exact day, this was the afternoon, right? That exact day, I called 2 people. I called my guy Shy, and I called Lucas. And I remember calling both of them and saying, yo, I can't give up in this trading industry. Like, look what Q just posted. Look what Sean just posted. Like, I can't give up. Like, we gotta, like, no matter what, we are going to make it in this industry, no matter what. I remember that day. Before it was even over, I left and started going real hard on trading and focusing, right? That was the one thing that kind of saved me in this industry. What really propelled me was maybe 2 months later, right? Me trying to balance this trading life and really going in on Forex versus the reality life. I got on the challenge, and some parts of the story people may know, and I'll summarize it, but at the end of the day, I hated the challenge so much, and I hated the drama and how people laugh at me, and I just really, really hated it. There was a point in time in the bunker in Prague where we were all sitting down waiting for, I guess our next challenge or just something. I don't know what we were waiting on. We was all waiting in that little room by the TV. And I remember this like it was yesterday. Everybody was talking about, everything's all cool and it's fun and what we're doing next year, next season. And I literally told them, you guys will never see me on the show again. I'm not coming back. I'm not. And I said it twice. I said it when I got out of the water where I felt like I was drowning, but apparently I wasn't. And they got me out of there. And everybody was laughing. I told Corey, Josh, Nelson, and Fessy, you'll never see me on the show again, while we were walking up from the snow thing going back to the bus. Then we got back in the house and we're actually sitting in the little green thing. I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know if it was later that day or the next day. I told them, you will never see me on the show again. I'm not coming back. And I remember like there was like Jenny was in there and I think Jenna was there and Kaylee, I don't remember her name, but I forgot who was actually in there. I know for a fact Anissa was there, Fessy was there, Josh was there, Corey was there, Nelson was there, Jenny was there, and we were talking amongst each other. And I was like, I'm just never coming back. I'm just never coming back. And they didn't believe me, kind of got quiet. And when I got eliminated from the show, from the show against Corey and I was sitting down, everybody thought I was sitting down just upset that I lost and really, really hurt that I lost. And I really was like pissed and lost my chances. I'm telling you, I was sitting down like, all right, I just lost. All right, when I get back, I'm gonna go right back to my hotel room, get my phone. I'm gonna put this in motion. Then I'm gonna fly to Paris, which is my layover, and do this, and then go back to the States and do this and get this in motion, get back into trading. I was literally sitting down in the sand thinking all that, like, all right, I just lost, cool, great. I got, the one thing about the challenge that they do, which is a good thing, Big Brother doesn't do this, is when you're on the show, they ask for your direct deposit banking information so that as long as you're on the show, every single week, they'll send you $3,000 every single week you're on the show. So when I got the show, I knew I had 15,000 in my account. So it's like, all right, I'm sitting down, I got 15,000 in my account. Great, cool, I'm gonna get off the show, I'm gonna do this. I was literally plotting everything out. And I remember walking back to the car to taking to the airport, and one of the producers was like, thanks so much for being on the show, you did great, yada yada, sorry that you lost, and hopefully we'll see you next year. I said, you won't. No, I said, I appreciate the opportunity, but I won't be back. Told that to her face. bounce, boom. And when I got home, I didn't want to waste the opportunity again when it came to Bailey. What I mean by that is, remember when I said the first time when I almost quit trading, she had put 7.5K whatever into this person's in-person course for me to go to attend, right, and chase my dreams. Bailey was still on the show when I got off. But by the time she got off with the 15,000 that I had, I literally put 6,000 to 7,000 into a trading account, and I locked myself in a room and said, I am going to figure out trading or die trying. Period. End of story. I'm not going back on that show. I'm not learning stocks. I'm not learning nothing. I'm learning Forex, and I'm going to look at Q and Sean and all these other people as inspiration, and I'm going to get there. Period. I said this all the time. You would be surprised how fast you get to where you want to get to when you put your back against the wall, you burn your bridges, you have no plan B, and you have to figure something out. You'll be surprised because that 6K account got turned into 6 figures. Very, very short. And I talk about this in, a lot of my videos in a very, very short time. And it felt like, at that point, my life was just starting. At that point, it felt like it's lit. I'm never turning back. And I never did. To be fair, I was posting, and this is where, the gift and the curse comes into place, I guess, where things happen for a reason, the blessings happen for a reason. I was posting my profits online, me up 7K, me up 5K, me up 3K, me up 9K, to kind of not brag, but I guess brag to the people on this challenge show that the money we got on the challenge is cool, no, but I'm over here making 7K, 3K, 5K, 10K, boom. I just did this in a matter of 3 months, and everybody's waiting for a callback for the next show. Whenever they do callbacks, I'm gonna decline because I'm over here making money, right? In doing that, my mentions got flooded, my DMs, got flooded, not with the challenge people, but with fans and people like, what can I do to learn? Do you have a course? How do I learn? What goes on? Blah, 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 blah. And that's how I started the course. Because I was like, everybody's asking for a course. I'm just gonna put together a free course, a free 10 video course. That's like an hour per video. So basically 10 hours of a free course. And if you guys are interested, then put your email here below. And at the end of a few days, it was 4,000 emails in that list. And I was so surprised, And I sent it all to them. And I was like, you know what? Let me just start a course and put together a price offer and see what happens. And that was the birth of the Swag Academy. That is how the Swag Academy became big and huge and monumental, what you guys know today. So I wanted to tell that story because there's a lot of people out there who are very, very, very close to quitting. And I'm telling you, you guys shouldn't look to me for inspiration. Look to others for inspiration. We've all been there. There's always been a point where we felt like we were going to quit. And something happened that made us not quit. It made us go 10 toes down and go deeper into it, right? 2 years in, 1 year in, 3 years in, 5 years in, it does not matter. Do not quit when you're almost at the finish line, because the finish line is not financial freedom. That's going to come. The finish line is getting over that hurdle where you feel like I am done and I can't do this anymore. Once you get over that, the aha moment is right there. Again, it's like the guy chipping away for gold and stops one chip short before he finds the gold, right? You're right there, and I can tell you guys this because I've been there, and I was this close to quitting as well. And a series of fortunate events saved my life. Purposeful, fortunate events saved my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I tell these stories like this on my YouTube channel in hopes that you guys can grasp it and understand it and get to the level that I'm at. I actually have. I don't know if this is probably my first time even announcing this. I've been working on a massive university since 2021. It's 3 years in the making, and it is finally done. And I say massive, Austin was still my videographer when I was working on this, right? That's how long it's been, right? 2021 to now. And granted, to be fair, sometimes it's been put to the side a little bit to kind of focus on, a prop firm or X, Y, and Z, but I wanted to do it right, in the actual right way. And I think every single person watching this, I'm being very serious right now, every single person watching the video will absolutely benefit from this program. 100, 1000%, tenfold. I've worked extremely hard on this. I've gotten experts from across all fields. This is the only university you need. And it's trading related, but it's everything else trading related, because a lot of people, I talk about this all the time in my interview with Hollywood and Austin back in 2020, where I was rich, but I had terrible credit, right? Or I was rich, but my taxes were terrible, or I didn't know anything about health insurance, life insurance, or actual other investments where you make money with trading, what to do afterwards. And I didn't know none of that. and I put together the greatest university where there's no questions whatsoever. So right now we are currently having an extreme wait list right now, because we plan on launching after the prop firm. Like, the prop firm comes first, and because the prop firm is in such demand right now and the industry's in turmoil, we're gonna launch that first, and then about 2 months after, we plan on launching the university, and that is the last thing I'm doing. When I mean last thing, I mean, like, you know, there's a Swaggy Academy, and then there was the lab, and then 365. But I've told myself, my team this year, guys, we are only focusing on the prop firm and this university for the remainder of the year. 365, of course, obviously, right? But 365 is only a 365 and a 720 thing. That's it. Your university is going to be here for the next decade, and the prop firm is going to be here for the next few years, a very, very long time. And it's going to last a decade, because we're going to expand it into, you know, bigger, better things that the industry hasn't seen. So please look at this the link that we're putting below, the little pop-up. Go to that domain right now, type it in, and put your email in, your first name, last name, email, number, and please just wait. Because when I tell you, I've worked so hard on this, it'll make the Swaggy Academy, 365, and the lab look like child's work, and it's not child's work. Those are really, really great creations. But when you work on something for 3 years and you get industry experts who've made 30 times more money than you on your platform, talking about certain things, and you kind of shape the perfect financial freedom future for everybody, it hits extremely different. I'm so much more hot, like, ready for this over the prop firm, because the prop firm was like a thing that I was like, all right, 2022, let's start for 2023, and that's when the whole security bag thing happened. I left. I've been working on this since 2021. So please look below. I won't say too much further. And like I said, I make videos like this, so anybody who's in my position that I was in years and years ago can come out the same way I came out. So I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below. We just hit 500,000, and thank you guys for being a part of my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.